Hey, what's going on, guys? So my tutorials are still on fire right now, so I thought I'd make another one. This time I'm going to be showing you how I textured this section of this project, which is the weights project, and I'll also show you how I used a dirt map to mask out the edges of this thing to make the edges more bumped out than the rest, because that's how my actual weight is in real life. And I'm not using a reference this time, so it'll be a bit off, and I obviously spent a lot more time in the normal project, so it won't look perfect, but I'm going to show you how I texture this and how I got that dirt map to mask out the bumps on the edges, so the edges appear more bumped than the rest. So we'll get right into it. I don't want this to be a long tutorial. So I'll start off with a rubberish material, because this is rubber in real life, and I'll just pop these on here. Just pop it on everything. If you want me to do full project tutorials, I can. I do post all my projects on my Instagram, and those come out quite nicely, I think, but I'm not sure what people want to see, so I just sort of wait and just see what pops in my mind. I do want to make a fire simulation tutorial and a liquid simulation tutorial, but I need a better graphics card for that. So I just made it black, and I've made the index 1.6 because it is a plastic material, and that's just what I do with plastic materials. So I'm going to add in a normal map, and any textures, once again, that I use will be from polyglot.com, and the HDRIs I'll also link in the description. I'm getting good at saying this stuff. Anyways, so I'm using a man-made hand rubber normal map, and I'm going to texture it through the UV transform, not through this way, just so everything has its own scaling system, and then I can control it much easier that way. So I'm just going to turn this down to like that much, and this is probably right. Yeah, I've hit it on the spot right away. And now we'll just get into layering our bump and dirt maps, and then we'll do our scratched edges at the end. So I'll call this rubber. Then we will go in and add in a bump map. We'll add in 2 of them, but we'll do this one first. I only ever use these 2 different bump maps, and I should really get more, and I always say that and I never do. But anyways, so I'm going to scale this down to 0.1. Usually I would use a reference. My original project I use a reference, but in this case I'm just going off eyesight, and you can obviously do whatever you want. And then you're getting, I think this is about right. Maybe I think this lighting is bugging me. That lighting angle is not correct compared to the original. I think that's a bit better. I just want enough light so I can actually see what's going on. And I think that's fine. Just rotate this around a bit till I get a satisfying angle. I think that's a bit better. There we go. Just want to see those details. And then we'll go and layer on another one. So we'll go into the node editor now, and we will just move these away. It'll add in a second bump map, and this one I actually got off the internet. I just googled bump scratches and then I found it, and I've been using it ever since. So we will use a add for the mixing, which is generally what I do. And then we'll put that on top, and then here I'll go invert, and then I'll scale it down quite a bit. You can see this is a pretty low resolution texture. Just scale it down, and then you can just go and turn down the opacity 0.01. This one actually made it a lot more, I made it stand out a lot more, and I made it a bit bigger, and I also placed it well so that it was showing very well on that side. Anyways, now we will go and add on, we'll just do one dirt, because this is not the tutorial. I'm not doing a dirt tutorial really, so we'll just do one dirt overlay. I mixed a bunch of them together in my original project, but for this tutorial I'll just do one like that. Like so, and then I'll go and replace these on top. And then in here, I'll just use a image texture to mix the 2 together. My mouse is freaking out. When I press on the side, it clicks, which is very annoying. I need to fix that. Okay. Now you'll add in a dirt. We'll just scale this down to 0.1. and then you can turn down the opacity 0.01, 0.001, and then once it renders out and stuff, it'll probably show more, but it's 2.05, 0.1, just so you can see it quicker. Now the dirt's slightly coming in a bit more. Anyway, so the way I did the dirt as a mask to make the edges more bumpy and jagged, I don't know how you'd say it, is I add in a dirt node, and then I'm going to put this in the diffuse just so we can actually see what the mask looks like. And then once we've got that right, then we can go and use it as a mask. So here I went and turned up the strength, and then you can turn the radius, but here in this case we need to invert it. And then now you're sort of seeing what we've been looking for. Something like that is what we were looking for. You can turn up the details, so you can. So we're looking for something like that, and you can also see it applies to the text as well, which will make that look a lot more worn off, which is nice because it looked like that in the real one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a mix, and then I will add in. I'll put this inside the amount, and then put that there. Then I'll add in a RGB spectrum, and we'll just use this so we can see what's going where. You can see what's affecting what. So we'll make this blue. We'll duplicate this and put this at the top. And we'll make this one red. So now you can see that all these bumps that we've added in already should go in where the blue is. So we'll just go in, because we want this jagged edges to add or mix on top of all these bumps that we already have. So we'll just replace this with a blue's position there. And then the red part is where we want our jagged bumps to go on top, so we'll go and add in our bump map, and we'll just replace it over there. So we'll go and add in our bump map over here, and I use this one in this case, like so. And then I'll make this 0.1. And then now we can go and add this inside our bump, so we can actually see our bumps and stuff. We can take it out the diffuse, and now you can sort of see that our bump is really getting our edges to look worn off. You can adjust the strength, you can adjust the actual radius of it like so, how much you want it to affect, and all that stuff you can do. But in the case of my actual weights at home, it is more worn off. You can probably use a noise map so that it's not all the edges are worn off and only some sections of the noise. Some sections of the dirt is worn off. I tried that and it didn't work, so I'll probably have to spend more time to figure out how to do that properly. But you can, let's just see what we'll do here. We'll make this 0.05 and then 0.5, 0.5, like so. I'll probably turn down the strength, probably the radius slightly, and the strength like that. And that's how I did the texturing for this. I obviously spent more time on it, but that's the overall concept of the weight. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want me to do full project tutorials, I can, but those will take like an hour or 1 hour and a half, or maybe half an hour to do, which is a long time. And all those projects and stuff that I do, I post on my Instagram. All the nice ones I put there on my Instagram. So hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day. Thank you guys for the support. I've got like 1,000 views on my last tutorial in like a week, which is crazy to me. But anyways, if you want more, just let me know, and I will see you on my next video. Goodbye.